Do you think this is for you? This is food for humans today, okay? Welcome back everyone to my home and kitchen here in Australia. Today I'm going to be making you biscuits. And I know that biscuits mean a lot of different things to different people, but today I'm going to share my family recipe from America, which is time-honored, trustworthy, and very fast. First thing to do is put on your oven and make it as hot as it can go, 400 if you're in America, 200 here in Australia. This is a really messy baking project, so apron up, get a big space, and let's have fun. Okay, here we have the ingredients. 4 cups of all-purpose flour, half a cup of butter or lard, yuck, or shortening, 1 teaspoon of salt, 7 teaspoons of baking powder, 4 tablespoons of sugar, which is optional. Over here I have a generous 1.5 cups of milk, which we'll be adding later. I'm going to combine the baking powder and the sugar into the flour. I'm going to add the salt, and I'm going to get that all evenly distributed throughout. Give it just a quick stir, and then the fun begins. Pop in that butter, hopefully it's a little softened, and just start working it in with your hands. And you want to make it till it's a beautiful kind of crumb. Just get that evenly worked throughout the flour, and it can be quite chunky. That'll just take a couple minutes. Get it kind of looking like that. Told you it was going to get messy. We're adding the milk now. And I kind of start to stir it in like this. And just keep an eye on what the dough's looking like. When most of the milk is in, just start folding the dough together with your hands. Once the dough has gathered itself into a clump, it's time to turn it out on the table. I'm just going to add a little bit more milk because I'm not happy with the texture of the dough, so you can see it's quite easy to adjust. Now I'm going to turn it out on the table, just give a generous dusting of flour. Save a bit of flour for the top. Told you this was fun and messy. And I just give the dough a couple more turns. Be very generous with the flour on the top and the bottom. And then I just start turning it and patting it. You can do this with a rolling pin, but I enjoy just pressing it out with my hands. You can choose whatever thickness you like. I go for a pretty thick biscuit. You don't want to over manipulate the dough right now or it'll get very tough. The next thing we're going to do is cut out the biscuits, and for years I've been using this plastic old cup and it's worked fine, but my biscuit loving welder nephew in New York welded me this exquisite biscuit cutter, and just watch it in action. Maximize the edge of the biscuit dough so you don't have any waste. Just press down. Look at that beautiful flake there. I kind of push this last bit together like that. And we'll get one more. And then the final dough I gather up. And should get another couple biscuits out of here. Just pat it into a fat little round again. And for those of you without a nice biscuit cutter, here. This works pretty well too. And when we had a little kid in the house, I always made them the tiniest, littlest biscuit. I just formed it by hand. Stuck it on the end here. There's no rising process for biscuits, so once your oven's up to temp, get them in. You might want to get a hand doing this if you're sensitive about getting your oven dirty, but in they go. They'll take about 15 to 20 minutes depending on your oven, and you might want to rotate them if you feel like you need to, depending on how your oven browns, but they should be done shortly. And of course, while they bake, it's a great chance to get the cleanup done. There's more than one way to get the cleanup done. Oh, they're done. I'm gonna open that one up, I think. We're gonna do butter and honey on this, but you can use gravy or strawberry jam or as an omelet sandwich or egg and bacon sandwich. Just have fun. So there you have it, very easy American style biscuits. Let me know if you have any questions or run into any dramas, but you should be baking biscuits like a pro in no time. Catch up again with you soon.